Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam67. As you may remember, King Anga gave a yagna, and the Devas did not come to receive their share of the havis. King Anga was very upset and asked everyone, why? The wise men spoke. They said, "O King of Kings, you are not to blame in the performance of the yagna. We know the reason for this. You're a man of great virtue, no doubt, but you have not been sinless in your previous birth. As a result of that, you are childless. We will try to help you. You can perform another yagna with the purpose of getting a son. Lord Narayana, who will be worshipped, will be so pleased that he will himself gratify your desire. When they see that Narayana himself is pleased to bless you with a son, the Devas who will be with him will come to you and receive their share of the havis." They took it upon themselves to perform a yagna, which was to honor Narayana. When the yagna was coming to an end, out of the fire rose up a form wearing golden ornaments, and in his hand he held a vessel made of gold. He held it out to the king, who found divine payasa inside it. With the blessings of the elders who had assembled there, the king smelled the payasa and gave it to his wife Sunita. In course of time, a son was born to the king. This son born of the sacrifice was, however, the abode of Adharma. Even when he was a child, he enjoyed herding living beings. As he grew older, he would go into the forest to hunt. But he was bent on hunting at will and on killing gentle and harmless animals. He was so cruel that people would avoid him. When he appeared in sight, men would say, "Here comes Vina, the cruel prince," and run away from the spot. While playing with his companions, he would kill them without any compunction. The king tried his best to bring him round to the right path. He tried all the four methods, sama, dana, beta, and danda. But it was to no avail. He was unable to change the nature of his son. The king was very unhappy. He told himself, God is kind towards those who have no children, because they are not unhappy as a result of the atrocities committed by a bad son. Because of being the father of a bad son, a man inherits infamy, the hatred of all, and endless mental pain. The really wise man will never desire to have a son when the entire house and the family and the country is unhappy because of this one bad son. But when I think of myself, I feel that God has been really good to me in giving me a bad son instead of a good one and a well-behaved one. Because of the unhappiness caused by this son, I have become disgusted with my home and my very life. I dare not move about in the presence of good people, burdened with the sin of having produced this son. A good son would not have let his father adopt the path of renunciation so soon. I would have been bound to my family, and this bondage has been severed because of the behavior of my son. The king was very unhappy. No one could talk to him since he was drowned in his own misery. One night he was tossing to and fro, sleepless on his bed. Suddenly he made up his mind. The poor unfortunate King Anga abandoned his bed and with it his home, his wife, and all the things of this world. He walked away quietly from the city, never to return. The subjects were grief-stricken at the departure of the king. They knew that the son's sinfulness had made the father adopt this course. King Anga had gone in search of peace. The ministers and other wise men of the city went on a deputation to the rishis and asked them for advice. They said that a kingdom had to have a king, and so much as they disapproved of him, the ministers had to crown the wicked Vina as the king. Sat Gurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.